I already don't, this is a really positive way for a teacher to start a lesson. I already don't like what I see. That's very Murray's feedback. Well, I don't like what you're doing there with your. Uh, so we're just going to keep reinvesting in this process. I think in Canada we call it a process or process, depending on what side of the border I'm on. Because it takes a while to stick, right? And so the first thing you did was something like that. That's, yeah, we do want to learn how to play from this location, but we wouldn't do it like this. So the way to get this, one of the ways, and I'm going to keep coming at this thing from every angle. At some point, you'll start to actually feel it, acknowledge it on a level that makes it consistent, okay? We've done all kinds of things. I gave you this is a Richard Martinez thing where you just go boom and feel it land on the middle finger, right? There's that. There's a bunch of different approaches that we can use, right? And already your fingers are spread. I told you can't do that. So they need to be together, but it's okay. We'll get that. Now we'll try a different way. Let's try this. It's good that you're watching some of my EDU videos, because whether you know it or not, it's creating engrams. You know, it's changing the shape of your brain, whether you know it or not. So, a really good way to get the idea as to what this feedback technique is all about is to just let the stick. We've done some of this. See already you can do that right away. Probably the first time we tried to do that, it took quite a while for you to get to that. So you can do that. Well, I mean, there's not much more to this. It's not really that much more to this technique. It's laying in the middle finger, which we know is the fulcrum when we're palm down in this technique. Right? And it's really good. It's just laying in there, isn't it? Now, where do you feel the butt end?
So up against the bony part of my hand right there, where we want to call that.
It shouldn't be on the bone because you'll hurt yourself. It should be just next to the bone, just next to.
Well, okay, yeah, I should say I wasn't being exact.
Yeah, I think it's in the right place. I just don't think you described it right. And if at some point when you go to teach somebody this, you'll need to make that distinction.
Right.
Yeah, right? So, we actually, in a sense, have some form of grip here, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, we can't play very loud because the stick will start to fly around. But really, this will give you the technique, almost, right? Because we do want to learn how to build a grip, right? But in the meantime, we have this feeling. It's against the bone. Now we could put our hand down by our side, and still keep it in here. See, I'm just doing this. It's just hanging out, like by my side. Still wedged up against the palm.
Right.
Interesting, isn't it? Now my arm is nice and relaxed, and I'm holding the stick. Even down here, I'm holding the stick. And I just bring that up to the other aspect of this technique. It's very important. It's the floor. I've been calling it with you a zero bias line. Now you can take your first finger and thumb off, right? Yes, you got it. You could put them on and nothing would change. Yeah, you see, you could take them off and you could put them on and not stick remain stable. Okay? This is such a big part of the technique. Now, as opposed to playing all fingery, or clutching, or doing, the drummer I told you about who plays cymbal time like this. There are drummers that do something, they call it, one student studied with a guy, it's called a plus sign grip. And so there's all kinds of ways we could make sound on a practice pad or on a drum. But pardon me. Right now, with this technique, you take your first finger and thumb off. See, everything looks fine right now. You came from this, you went to this, nothing changed. You realize you can put your first finger and thumb on, or you don't need them. Now, what happens if you turn upward slowly? Come on, keep your first finger and thumb on. You can turn pretty high, can't you?
Yeah.
What happens if you turn higher?
Eventually the stick will drop.
It'll fall down, won't it?
Right.
It will fall thusly, right? So you're about at the top of the range. So not much is going to change as we actually play. We come all the way up to here, and then we could come down and make a note in slow motion. Right? And then we wait at the floor. We make the note, and we just wait there. And the distinction between what is distance of a half an inch becomes not very much recognizable. Not for where we are right now. Okay? Keep your first finger and thumb off. This is our approach for today to help you feel this. Now we're going to come up. It's still wedged against the palm. We can come up pretty high. Now I'm going to put my first finger and thumb on.
Okay.
Go ahead and put your first finger and thumb on. Yeah, that's it. A little bit of pressure, even pressure between the first finger, right on the flat of the thumb, and in the first knuckle of the first finger. It looks pretty good.
What about the spaces here?
Oh, okay. No. Let's get to that. And that's a valid question. But you see, that space will, when we approach it this way, let the approach teach you about the space. You're intellectualizing something instead of feeling it right now. So let's go back to leaving it in the middle finger. Get that arm nice and comfy. Get the first finger and thumb off. Right? Fourth and fifth, you don't know what they're doing. We know they're not holding the stick up. I've got mine off, or I can just have them curled under, but they're not even on the stick. They're off the stick. Right. And I think yours are on the stick. It's truly balanced between middle finger, first knuckle, and the palm. That's all you need to know. Now, as you come up, keep your first finger and thumb off. Everything is fine. Last time when you did this, you started to wiggle your back fingers saying, what do I do? Let your body tell you what to do. Come back, let everything be natural. See? And we're just going to let that stick rest in the middle finger wedged against the palm. Everything is correct. It has to be. First finger and thumb are off beautifully. And we're going to come up and notice that we can come up pretty high before anything would happen. And that's a beautiful, you're turning up. You turned your wrist. Now put your first finger and thumb on. That's it. Whatever the space, whatever, just leave that right now. Because that's pretty good. It's got to be somewhere in here. It's got to be somewhere here. Make a note. There, stop. That was pretty damn good. Take a look at your grip. What does it look like? Hold your stick up. Let's see it. Hold it up to me. Where I can see. It's not too bad. What I don't like, you see, after I see, now your question's going to get answered, but it's going to be based on an intelligent question and based on how things feel. So after I leverage it up and it's on the palm in the middle finger, it's getting better. Watch. If I go to put my thumb and first finger on, my thumb comes in flat. See, this thumb can only, if I leave, you see how it looks when it's off? take it off. That's its shape. The only thing that's going to change is what is the fulcrum, the joint closest to the wrist, furthest back. What? The second joint of the thumb. It just does this. You see, it does that. Come on, take it off and put it on and rotate it from the second joint. It's beautiful right now. Take it off. Why would this change? See, all that's going to happen is the thumb is going to move, maintaining its position. Like when you took it off and you put them on, the thumb isn't going to. So what you do is you do this. I don't know why. Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you let the thumb just wait? It came off. Why can't it go on? Naturally, like you've been doing since the day you were born. That just, no stick, just for a sec, take the stick away. And yeah, see, you've taken these fingers off. Yeah, see, they come together like that. They're little pincers. Yeah, like that. You don't bring them in like this and create an O. We're bringing them in and creating flatness. Yeah, just nice and natural. You see it more like that. That's why if your thumb's like this, I mean, I know you're doing something weird. Not weird, right? Because years of, yeah, more, and I touch in here, you see? The flatness of the first finger, the index finger, touches the patty part of the thumb. Let's see it. I can't quite see it, you're out of shot. Yeah, see, my thumb is concave. It's not trying to do this. If I did this, it would push down on the top of my index finger and I'd create a circle. I don't want that. I just want them to come together, like that. Yeah, okay. So that's why after you leverage the stick up, you're just going to come on, thumb and first. No, you're leveraging up on the fourth. It's the middle finger. Middle finger. Is that your middle finger? I'm sorry, you're up on. Yeah, there you go. Okay, you were out of shot. Maybe you were. Yeah. Now we're down here. Remember, this is the experiment. It's wedged against the palm in the middle finger. You bring it up. This is so damn simple. It's the same thing. You turn up. Your first finger and thumb are off normally. Why'd you put your thumb on? Keep it off.
Flipped out. Sorry.
That's cool. Yeah, it's good. The thumb and first finger are off evenly. Your thumb is much closer to the stick and first. You haven't taken them off evenly. Open them up evenly. There. You got it. Now just make a tap. Like that. Stop. Good. That's the feeling. Now at this point, your grip will look a little more normal. It shouldn't look like this if you put your thumb on normally. So we wedge it up and we put our thumb and first finger on. No, your thumb's not off evenly. You've got to take the first finger and thumb up. They work like a machine. Like the finest sports car ever built. The caliper brakes, right? You know, Carlos Vegas used to talk about that. He talked about, I think maybe he was referring to the first finger. No, they come in like the calipers on a disc brake. Calipers don't go. You wear no, the calipers are so finely tuned. They come in and they help you brake the car, and they come in evenly together like that. There you go. Now get over the surface. Get over the surface. Just bring it up. Imagine that you're leveraged up against the palm. Middle finger come up more. Keep the thumb nice and flat. That's all it is. Straight up, and just turn your wrist back down and go clunk. That's not bad. See, that's what you need to practice. That's what you need to practice. Enough, yes, and then
No.
very good. Now stop and reset. How do you recalibrate? Show me. No, you've forgotten. Come on. You got to do. No, you're only halfway there. You got to do this. Yeah. You got to do this over and over for a while, and after a while, when you come up, it'll start to become part of it. Caliper brakes have to come off evenly if you're gonna. And then they come on, but we're taking them off right now. Right, they came off really beautifully evenly. They're nice. See, looks like a machine of some sort. It'll always look like this. You're gonna leverage it up. How the machine leverages up. Right? Your thumb always gets closer when you leverage up. Why doesn't your thumb just stay where it is when you leverage up? Come back down. First finger away evenly. Take the thumb. Now you keep your thumb right there. Right? Keep it there as you leverage up. Keep the thumb there. Come there. Put the thumb and first finger and bring them in evenly like calipers on a disc brake. Evenly and go clunk. Boom. Not bad. You just have to do that over and over. Now, once you do that, you felt that. Now, perhaps, see, I know. See, I have to do it too to get properly balanced there. Yeah, right. I'm going to reset myself. Thumb and first finger, I can come up pretty high. I can put them on, and I know it's just going to land on the middle finger. I know it's going to land on the middle finger. Land. Now go tap, 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 tap. Just maintain that. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah, okay, stop.
No, that's not working.
Well, this sure worked. This looked really good. You just went boom, 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 and just landed like that. Now wait. Take your first finger and thumb off like calipers on a disc brake, because that was really good. Now just go tap, 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 tap. No, why are you lifting up so much? It's going to fall. No, you don't change anything. You just turn your wrist. You just lift your wrist up and it'll come up. There it is. There. Why do you lift it up like that? Why can't you just take this machine with the calipers off the disc and do this? It's wedged right there, never leaves. It's wedged the same going up. The pressure on the palm doesn't really change. Neither does the pressure. Go nice and slow. Take your time, smooth. Smooth, operator. Go down smoother. It's a little unsmooth. There, it's starting to smooth out. There it is. See, that's what it is. Just make little taps doing that. Just let it touch this. No, you don't lift it up faster. You don't change that. You don't almost. Just keep making that motion. And just let the stick come in contact with the surface. See, you're not pulling on your middle finger. Your middle finger just staying in the same position. Just like you can't do anything with the palm. It's beautiful right now. See? Clunk, clunk, clunk. Clunk doesn't mean you have to come down harder. It just means it sits in that middle finger, wedged against the palm, just doing this. Watch. It's very good. I'm just doing this. I'm just doing this, and at a certain point, watch. You won't even hear it because this is a non-bounce pad. Probably won't hear it. Here you might hear it. Watch. I'm just going to do this. That's all I'm feeling. That's what I'm going to feel if I'm going to make a knob. It feels. When I get down to the bottom, I kind of feel it. Maybe it does get a little heavier right there on the middle finger, and right where it gets heavier, that's when I make contact. Yeah, like that. See, this technique, it's very gentle. Very gentle. That understanding will give you a lot of power. There you go. So relaxing that is. Now just bring your calipers in evenly and keep doing that. Nothing will change much. There you go. There you go. There you go. You've got like 4 in a row. You don't have to. You don't change. Stop. Now stop. 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 Stop.
This hurts to get sore. No.
Now, if you're doing this, it wasn't sore. There's no soreness. So there's confusion. And by the way, I think this definitely confused me for a long time. It's like I could, hey, there, that looks really good. Now stop. No. You had 3 good ones where you left everything alone. Take the calipers off. Take the calipers off. Make a couple taps like that, nice and smooth. Feel that. Smooth, up and down, smooth. Now stop, your right thumb, your calipers, you're driving a Volkswagen. You're not driving a Ferrari. Nope. Okay, stop, stop, good. Get in position, take your calipers off. You have to fix your, gotta take the car into the, the exotic, car mechanic. Now keep the thumb further away. No, you weren't patient enough. You're not enjoying it. Yeah, there's the thumb. The thumb's the thumb's coming in already. You can't keep your thumb sticking out there. If you're hitchhiking, you got to keep the thumb out. Keep it away. It's just going up and down. Look at your thumb going up and keep it away further. Hold it away. That doesn't hurt too much. It takes a little bit of awareness. No, keep the thumb away. Keeps crawling back. There it is. Open that thing up. It's a gigantic mouth. Keep coming with it. It's the Venus flytrap technique. You got to open it up. Catch the big there. Now, okay, now you have your calipers off. That doesn't hurt. That's nothing. Bring the calipers in evenly, nice and gentle, and do that again. Smooth, wedged up against the palm and the middle finger. Nope, calipers are doing something. You didn't just bring them in and leave them. They come in, and that's it. Just turn your wrist and feel the smoothness in the middle finger and the palm. Got a couple good ones. Now stop. Stop. Now you have to take the calipers off again. Now this time we're just going to put one caliper on. Just the thumb. Keep the first. What happened? I didn't like it. I don't like what you were doing there, Murray would say. Come on, calipers off. Come on. Beautiful. Now keep the right caliper open, the index finger, and smoothly bring the thumb in. Come on, the flat of the thumb, the flat. Keep it curved here. That's okay. Look pretty good. Caliper's still off. Your hand looks really good. Now you're just going to go clunk, clunk. Do it like that now. Come on, you have to lift it up. Feel it leverage. Come on up slowly. There it is. There it is. See, the thumb's just following along. There it is. Yeah, thumb's just following along. Take it off and do it without the thumb now. Come on, take it off. See, it's just going to fall. The thumb's going, no, take it off, the thumb. Take the thumb off. See, it's going up and down, isn't it? Yes. Come on, take it off and keep it in one place. It's going to move with the stick. It's going to look like a little drumstick. No, you keep moving the thumb, which would be a drumstick. Imagine if I had to play on a little drum. If you had a little drum and your thumb was playing on it. See, now see how they move together? Look how your index caliper moves. It's like a stick. Okay. Relax, shake it out. All you're doing is just doing this. This shouldn't hurt. And see the thumb. No, gotta keep them in one place. Once you that's it. They're moving like drumsticks, aren't they? You've got the drumstick in the center. You got the thumb drumstick and the index finger drumstick. See how when you stop, they don't do anything? Don't bring them in. Keep them the same. They're beautiful. You're doing a great job right now. Do that again. Think of the drumsticks. Don't bring them in. They have to play on little drums out there. Now bring them in just 1/4 of an inch. We're moving the drum. Keep them there. Keep them there. Notice when you get to the surface, they don't change at all. They look like the tip of the stick. There, see, they don't change. Bring them in another 1/4 of an inch. Keep them there, 1/4 of an inch. They're just drumsticks moving. No, the thumb's lost its place. It's not moving like a little stick. Bring the first finger in a little bit more, because they should be even. Now they're moving like the whole thing's moving as one unit, you see? See your little drumsticks? There you go. Bring them in just a little more. Just barely touch. Don't even touch them. There, you see that? See, they move like little drumsticks. You don't have to do anything. You see it now? You're not doing anything. You got it, dude, right now. You got it. It's mostly middle finger, right? You can just put the middle thumb just a little closer, but barely. Just feel the grain of the wood. They don't move. They're like little drumsticks moving with your hand. You got it. You got it. That's all it is. You got it. I'm a genius. You got it. That's it. Stop. Now your first finger and thumb have stopped being drumsticks. This is how you go into your shaking. You need to watch this part of the video over and over. Here's how you blow it. Because I'm learning. I'm trying to diagnose your particular condition. And that is, You've got it. Everything's perfect. And you see what I did? I fooled you into it. I got you to realize, look, even if there was no drum, you could play with your first finger and thumb. They just move like drumsticks, attached to the wrist. Now watch. You brought them in a little closer, a little closer. They're not even touching, but they're just moving with everything. Then you can just feel the grain of the wood, like that. Now just stop playing for a second. Just wait. Here's what happens. You're totally successful. You can't believe how easy it is, because you're not doing anything. You're in fact specifically trying not to do anything. You're just leaving these here as though they're drumsticks. And here's what you do. You give up on your success and you start to do this. First thing of them, I see it. I gotta do something with them. But when you didn't do anything with them, let the stick lay in there, and you kept them in one position, you realize as long as you don't do anything with your first finger and thumb and let it lay in the middle finger and turn your wrist, you're golden. You just got it. So now, as I was explaining this to you, I thought of something else, making this up as I go along. Now I want you to take the stick out of your hand. That was really good. I think some part of you knows that was pretty good. Okay, now you're just going to create as though you've got a stick wedged in here. In fact, put a stick in your hand and do it this way. Come on, caliper, and the Carlos Vega calipers help too. Thanks, Carlos. They're beautiful. You know you can play right now. All you have to do is keep your calipers as little drumsticks. Okay, now you're going to take the stick out. Come on, keep the calipers off. They're even. It's a Porsche. Okay, now now just put those on the surface so let them touch. Don't close your calipers. They're your drumsticks. Why is the thumb touching at the same time? Find a place to drum. There it is. Come on, back up right on the edge of the drum. You can't want to be over. Stop bringing your fingers in as you come down. Keep them there. Come on, keep them there. Turn your wrist. Leave the drumsticks alone. It's like someone's made a mold of your hand. It's flat. Stop turning so much. Just a little gentle. No, keep your drumsticks where they're supposed to be. That's where they're going to play. See, if you're a piano player and you had to play 2 notes, you'd keep them there. Come on now, go smoother like Murray. Come on, smoother. Up and down. No, bring your drumsticks in. Smooth. Keep it going. No, you had it. No. Go back. Now your wrist is. You were nice and flat. You were fine. Just move a little. Watch. Remember I said it's real smooth. You're lifting it up and coming down. Smooth. Goes up and touches. It can even wait there. Touch. Let it touch. Bring it up. Bring it up. Look, mine's coming to a 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch. Don't bring your drumsticks in. No, it goes down smooth. Like I'm depressing the keys on a piano. It's still a little stiff and jerky. What would a 1/16 of an inch look like? There, start. Why does it go faster? You can't go up slowly, a 1/16 of an inch. Keep your drumsticks in position. They're closing in. Don't go up higher. It's a 1/16 of an inch. You have to turn your wrist. It's starting to come. Why can't? No, what are you doing? Leave the fingers just like that, and just turn your wrist at 30 seconds. No, keep your fingers on the surface. Lift it up a 1/16 of an inch. That's it. Lower to 16 slowly. Lift it up a 1/16 of an inch. Down. Beautiful. You got it. Up 16. Down. Smooth. Down. Up. Tiny. You're getting bigger. Your drumsticks are coming in. Up. You're starting to open your hand up and you come up. So you haven't got the idea that you just leave it there. Now let's get in there. Now let's try this. Put your cap. It doesn't really hurt that. I know if you're a piano player, you have to learn to hold your hand. If you were to wanted to play a chord, all your fingers have to stay in the same place so that when you go up, they come down on the same notes, right? That's what we do. So now I'm fooling you into getting a grip because there are similarities. Every instrument has its own idiosyncrasies. So give me your caliber grip. Really good, man. That's it. Now put your caliper or drumsticks, as we're calling them, put them on the surface. Touch. Yeah, just touch. You don't have to have your wrist bent or anything. Just keep it nice and flat. Yeah, let it relax. Let your arm relax. See, it won't go anywhere. There, there. Now I want you to push the non-bounce pad in 1/16 of an inch. Make a little indentation. Push it in. Come on, push it. No, wait. Why did this happen? You know how much pressure I need to well, watch. See my first finger going? I'm turning my wrist just so slightly. That looks good. No, this doesn't change. Watch back here. They're just touching. I'm just going to push down. Whatever happens here. So, no, you have to start with them touching. Flatten it. Make a little dent. Now undent it. Undent it. Make a dent. Don't turn your wrist. You're just leaving your wrist the same. You're just creating a little more pressure. Do it. Do it. Okay, undent. Tiny. Undent. Good. Dent. Less. Undent. Things like that. Dent it in a little. Undent it. Okay, this time, when you undent it, bring your drumsticks up a 32nd of an inch, so you lose contact. Bring them up. Beautiful. Dent, dent, dent. Too much, but not bad. Undent. Bring them up 32nd in. Dent. This time when you go down, don't dent, just touch. Go on up. Too much. Just 32nd of an inch, and don't lose your drumstick position. Bless you. There you go. Touch. Just touch. Bring them up. Up. Touch. Don't change your fingers. Just turn your wrist. The wrist will bring them up. Wrist back down. Don't go fast. Easy. Up. Down. Don't change the position of your sticks. Up. Down. It's the wrist. Keep your fingers the same. Up. Up. Down. Come on. Don't lose your finger distance. Up. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down, don't move more, up, down, keep your fingers, they're coming in every time. For you to make a note, you want to bring your fingers in. You don't, you turn your wrist. There you go, now you're playing the piano. Now you're playing a C in your thumb and maybe an E or an F. You're moving too much, move less. Come on, keep your distance. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Just your wrist, keep your sticks the same distance. Stop moving your sticks, they stay. Up, down, wrist, you got it. Wrist, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Don't move too much, up, down, move too much. Keep your sticks apart. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Just your wrist. Tap, 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 tap. Come on, tap, 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 tap. You got it. Come on, keep them apart. Keep them apart. Just move less. Move less. Just turn your wrist. Turn your wrist. Keep them apart. Come on. There you go. Okay. That's all that's happening. There you go. And if you put a stick in your hand, you can do that. Okay. That's what it feels like when you bring your fingers in. This middle finger, if you turn your wrist, this middle finger will go up and down. And if you're holding your first finger and thumb in this position, the whole thing, look, they all go up together. They're a team. You've been defeating the team effort because you've got this guy over here who's in an argument with the coach about what the quarterback is doing, and suddenly everyone's at odds. Instead of letting the stick lay in there, leave all this alone, and all you have to do is turn your wrist. You get tap 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 tap. Now, can you do that? You're right. Let's see what that would look like. I know you think the right is easy, but well, let's do our experiment. You have to memorize this experiment because you've just had real success. Okay, we're going to go over here now. Showing in my right because my traditional is all about a different thing, although there are many similarities. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're letting the stick lay in the middle finger. By our side, we have to duplicate the experiment, remember? It's wedged on the palm.
Hold on. There we go, yes.
Good, good. This is so easy. See how he's starting to become almost childlike? It's like, okay, you're going to bring it up. There you go. Okay. And look, your caliper's already up. Bring the darn thing up. Oh, don't change your calipers. You already, there you go. They're off evenly. Now bring them in, like Carlos says. Bring them in evenly. Leave them alone and go clunk. Bring them in and go clunk. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so now what we're going to do is going to take the calipers off evenly. Evenly, smoothly, Murray Spivak, elegantly like. Probably with better grammar than what I just provided. Okay, wedged on the palm, just like when it was by your side. Nothing's changed. This is like a no-brainer. This is really easy technique. And then you're just going to lift it up and go tap. Don't change your calipers. They're going to move like little drumsticks, remember? Come on. So, you know, your left, come on. You see the thumb and first finger should go up with the stick, like they're following the stick. There you go. Go smooth. Remember how you felt like when you were pressing on the soft brass? Why does it go up and go? Just smooth. It just goes up. Look, it's the motion is musical. Up, down, turn up, turn down, up, down. No, you're going up, down, up. No, it's up, down, up, down. Why aren't your fingers moving? Why aren't your calipers moving? They should be going up, down, up, down. There you got it. There you go. There you go. Now bring them in evenly, but don't quite touch. Evenly, but don't quite touch. Keep doing that while you're doing it. Have fun with the toy. Come on, smoother. Don't come up higher now. Bring them in nice and smooth. Just barely touch. Keep them moving. They're little drumsticks. They're going to be moving with the drum. It's your wrist. The only thing moving is your wrist. Bring them in a little more. Feel the grain of the wood. There you go. Turn up a little there. Start down. There you go. Just leave them there. They just move. They just could touch the stick or not. And I don't care right now. See, they're starting to get finicky. You're going to start to shake, even in your other hand. There it is. See? Right, now take them off. Calipers evenly. Now go tap, 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 tap. Well, your other drumsticks aren't moving. Your first finger and thumb aren't going tap, tap. They should be, shouldn't they? Oh, there they are. Oh, there. Look, you can play real fast. Now bring them in, but don't touch. Bring them in, don't touch, don't touch. Just keep them moving. You're just going to move with the stick. Feel the grain of the wood. Feel the grain of the wood, but don't do anything. Come on. There you go. Look at you. Tap, 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 tap. Go tap, 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 tap. Even faster. Tap, tap. Just keep it small. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, I know. There. See, now the two hands are the same. The two hands. See how nice that is? And it really just came from learning how the whole hand is working as a unit.
So why does the left one still want to slip and slide off?
Well, it's just new. You couldn't do it in your right either. You thought your right was really happening? No, it wasn't. No. There you go. But you want to go through the process. But see, it's already better. See? Take them off and see that they move like a drumstick, up and down. Just go smooth. Keep them off. Up and down, smooth. Not up faster. It's got to be smooth. Perfect Swiss watch. Keep the fingers away, and they should just move as you turn your wrist, like the stick does. Now bring them in. Don't go too fast, but yeah, you're doing it. Don't touch yet. Bring them in, and keep them moving like drumsticks. Keep them moving like drumsticks. You're moving. Keep it smooth. Keep them moving like drumsticks. Have them just right next to the stick, moving like drumsticks, but don't touch. There it is. If it starts to freak out, you have to start again and pull your calipers away. You got it, man. That's what it is. So when you come in, if you come in next week and you do this, thinking that this is going to get it, see, it doesn't do this. It does something very different than what you thought. Yeah, so now we're getting close to where, see, we're getting close to where we can start to actually say, look. See, it's really just a 3-finger grip. nothing. It's like, man, and the whole thing's moving as a unit. You got it. Okay? So, going any, no, see your thumb? Your thumb looked like it was your old thumb. Your thumb should look flat like a drumstick. You got it. Got it. You got it. Now, what would happen if you're gonna, now that you're starting to really understand, I'll leave you with one more thing. Because that really, all there is what you just learned today. Because with that proper grip, that will turn into rebounds, whether you know it or not. Once you get this, as Richard Wilson would say, once you get learning how to turn your wrist, that gives you the technique. You see, you really have more knowledge than you realize at this point. Now, this really worked for you, right? So how would we make a little upstroke to a throw? What would we do? Get into position. You're really good at this thing. See, now I can start to teach you a little bit. You'd get your, come on, let's reset. Bring it up. It's like grade 2. Maybe. Grade 1, grade 2. I wish someone showed me this in grade 1, right? There you go. See, that's Chad Wackerman, is like a young 13-year-old or something, whose dad studied with Murray, sends Chad, and Chad went, well, yeah. It's like, it really, so we're going to become childlike. It helps. And then, so we have this beautiful little, the calipers are off, and then we would just let it fall. And that means, watch, my calipers are going to point down a little. No, stop moving your calipers. You have to learn this discipline. The grip. This guide is tricky. Like we both talked about at the beginning. So we're learning to get to know our guide, which are the calipers, which we're now describing as drumsticks. And so the whole thing, moving as a unit, wedged on the palm, in the middle finger, first knuckle, is watch the whole thing. Watch my calipers and the stick. They're going to go down. See how they went down? Just touch. Don't bring your fingers in. Not bad. Believe it or not, because everything's angled down, in a sense, you've already gone up. See, because it was more flat, weren't they? Keep your calipers off. They're going to guide you. These are your guides, man. It literally, and in terms of helping you properly conceptualize this. Keep your disc calipers off. You've got to be flat now. This is so subtle now. No, don't do it yet. We're not just turning what you got today. Now we're doing something different. It's just a little different. We're just from this position going to touch. And watch your calipers went down. They really did. See, they were flat, and then they went down. Yeah, they're down. That means your wrist is a little bent. So you've actually gone up. Watch. Watch how subtle. See how you can see my first finger? It's a caliper or a stick. See how my first finger is moving with the stick? And when I do that, I get a little bit of a different shape. I'm nice and flat here. This stick and this stick are the same, maintaining the same direction. And then I just do this. And I've touched. So I've touched. Now, without much of a grip, you can't make a really big throw. But all I would do now is I'd turn up and make a little throw. Good. Stop. Now, so let's do the first part again. Calipers are going to point down. No, you can't lift it up. You have to just drop it from your starting position. Flat to not flat. Did you? Come back to flat. Calipers have to come up. Good. Your calipers are moving with your stick. Drop it down. Good. You've gone up. Tiny. And now you're just going to watch the calipers. Calipers are going to move it right with the stick. There you go. That's kind of like a tiny little throw. As you get better and better at it, you can bring your calipers in, and they can help a little bit, but they'll still be moving as little drumsticks in a sense. So what we get is we get ah, and we get ah, ah, ah. So if we're doing this, I wonder if I could do it in both hands. Ah, 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 all I'm doing. Making little motions. And as you've learned, it doesn't have to be triplets. We can put everything we play on the drum set is going to have up and down motions. Essentially, not everything. If we're just turning our wrists, maybe not, but if we go to make accents, we start to move. And then we can go to cymbals. We can go to toms. We can play time, right? And the whole thing starts to actually, see, it just, everything, see, the whole assembly works. See my pincers working? Everything is working together. And the thing, therefore, becomes more holistic. This technique is actually very simple. And you did experience it today, turning off the camera.
The question for you, since we're off camera. So,
Go ahead, lay it on me.
would you say, opposed to somebody playing single strokes, to say the same tempo you're playing at right now, playing a different technique will sound different than what we're playing? In other words, what we're playing using Murray's technique would sound more cleaner. Would that be the right word? Or more even?
Well, you can, I guess you can create evenness with other techniques, right? What it gives you is you see, if you really believe what Richard Wilson said, that the stick is an instrument, right? So Richard Martinez has said that. I believe that. The stick is an instrument, like clave, right? We want to hear this. We don't want to hear this. We want to hear not. We want to let that thing breathe. There's a way to hold the clave. We want it to breathe. We want the grip to not sound like this. We want it to sound like, it's a little hard to hear on this. You see how open that is? See how open this is?
Right.
Now watch. It's hard to do that. I guess I can. See how tight that sounds? You hear it?
Yeah.
Now listen. High pitched, low pitch. You hear it?
Right.
Can you hear that difference?
Yes, I can. I can hear it.
It's a big deal. This grip lets the instrument breathe. The instrument being the stick. So this technique will provide a certain quality of sound, which is why I can always tell if it's Vinny or Carlos. When I'm listening to the radio, it's like certain sound. Okay, that was a good question. I'm turning off the camera.